Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to map out your body's most complex and, honestly, most fascinating network, your nervous system.
So, let's just start with a really simple question. How did you just click play on this? You saw the button, you made a choice to watch, and your finger moved. Seems almost instant, right?
Well, in that tiny fraction of a second, a lightning-fast signal shot through an incredibly sophisticated internal network. That one little action was powered entirely by your nervous system.
So think of this as your own personal map. For the next few minutes, we're going to explore your body's command center and all the communication highways that connect it to, well, everything else.
The best place to start any map is with the big picture. And you know what's amazing? This whole super intricate system can be broken down into just two major divisions. That's it, just two.
And here they are, the central nervous system, or CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, the PNS. You can think of them like a headquarters and all of its field agents, working together completely seamlessly. Okay, let's start with headquarters. The central nervous system is the absolute command center. It's made up of the two heavyweights, your brain and your spinal cord. This is where information gets processed and all the big decisions are made. But a command center is pretty useless if it can't communicate, right? That's where the peripheral nervous system comes in. If the CNS is the control tower, the PNS is the huge road network. It's made of all the nerves that branch out, connecting your brain and spinal cord to every single part of your body.
All right, let's zoom in on that peripheral system. We'll start with the part you're actually aware of. You know, the pathways behind all the actions you choose to make. This is called the somatic nervous system. And the key phrase to remember here is voluntary movement. This is your body's direct action line. It carries sensory information like the feeling of the mouse under your finger to the CNS, and then it carries motor commands like click now from the CNS back out to your muscles.
And this brings us right back to how you started this whole thing. Let's trace that path again, real quick. 1, your brain sent the order. 2, the signal zipped down your somatic nerves. And 3, boom, your finger muscles got the message and clicked. Simple, elegant, and you were in complete control.
But what about everything you don't control? You know, your breathing, your heartbeat, your digestion. That brings us to the other hidden side of the peripheral network, your body's amazing automatic pilot. This is the autonomic nervous system. The key word here is involuntary. This system is the real unsung hero, working 24/7 in the background, regulating your internal environment. It's controlling your organs, your glands, without you ever having to think about it. So let's just put them side by side to make it crystal clear. You've got the somatic system. That's you consciously deciding to click a mouse. And then you have the autonomic system. That's your heart beating right now, keeping you alive. Two totally different jobs, one incredible network. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Your automatic pilot isn't just one thing. It actually has two competing modes that are in this constant state of push and pull, all depending on what your body needs. Welcome to the world of fight, flight, or rest. These two modes are called the sympathetic and the parasympathetic systems. And really, the simplest way to think about them is this. The sympathetic system hits the gas pedal. It mobilizes your energy for action. The parasympathetic system, that hits the brakes, helping you to conserve that energy. You can see this perfect opposition here. When the sympathetic system kicks in, your heart rate increases, but digestion slows way down. It's diverting resources. Then, when the parasympathetic takes over, your heart rate decreases while digestion gets stimulated. They're perfect opposites, just balancing out your body's needs. Let's make this real. Imagine a sudden, frightening situation. Instantly, your sympathetic system takes charge. Your heart pounds, your blood pressure shoots up, you start to sweat. Your body is physically preparing you to either fight the threat or run away from it. Now, let's just flip that switch completely. Picture yourself relaxing after a nice meal. Your parasympathetic system is running the show now. Digestion gets stimulated to process your food, salivation increases, and your heart rate slows down. Your body is in a state of calm and recovery. If you remember anything, remember this. Sympathetic is fight or flight. Parasympathetic is rest and digest. Honestly, those two phrases are the key to understanding your body's automatic responses. And this brings our map full circle, right back to you. As you're sitting here watching, just take a moment. Are you feeling alert and focused? Or are you calm and relaxed? Which part of your automatic pilot is in the driver's seat right now?